And we are joined today by Mr. Andy Aspinall, Aspinall Senior.
Senior, yep, it's me.
You're Tom's coach, and you have been Tom's coach since he got into the sports when he was yay high.
Yeah, yep.
How did all of that happen?
I don't know, I just like the combat sports. And then I started teaching jiu-jitsu when Tom was maybe 10. And before that, I did traditional jiu-jitsu. Tom came with me to that, did that, and just followed me everywhere else that I went to teach. So he was doing jiu-jitsu every night, and then I packed a job in 2005.
So how many years now has he been practicing jiu-jitsu?
Since he was... Brazilian jiu-jitsu maybe since he was 10 or 11. So 20 years, 20 odd years. And Jeez. He did traditional jiu-jitsu before that for about 4 or 5 years.
But how did you get into the sport? You said that you were in rugby before, yeah?
I played rugby as a kid, yeah, and then broke my arm, and then... Well, before that I boxed, had some boxing fights, then I played rugby, then I broke my arm, and then I didn't want to do any sport then because I'd started a good job. And then I saw Brazilian jiu-jitsu in the 90s, 95, 96, and just fell in love and finished my job. Decided this is what I wanted to do with my life. It was Brazilian jiu-jitsu. Did you suffer any injuries while you were playing rugby? Oh, yeah. Knee injuries. I had both cartilages out of my knees. And that held me back a lot, really, because the rest of my life I've had surgeries on my knees with bits of bone falling off because bones were rubbing on bones for years and years and years, and then got injuries training with Tom, holding pads, kicking my legs, and having some neck surgeries and arm surgeries and stuff. So always injured, but that's... So you started doing jiu-jitsu, and then after a few years of doing that, or more than a few, you started to teach jiu-jitsu. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah, I've done a bit of judo, a bit of wrestling. Started traditional jiu-jitsu, and then I started Brazilian jiu-jitsu because I saw it on the TV. And then started to get videos or magazines wherever I could, and then start to teach it. Because in the Northwest here where we live, there weren't many schools open, so I decided to... I'd made quite a bit of money doing IT. I got out of IT because I didn't like the rat race and the system, and I had 2 kids who were 12 and 9, and I wanted to spend time with my sons and teach them something, and it was Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I see. Who were your kind of role models, or who did you kind of look up to when you were starting jiu-jitsu? Nobody really. I just really liked, when I was in computers, I was an analyst. I used to look at a business and analyze the business and then write computer programs for the business. And I just saw jiu-jitsu as something like that, really, but fight-based. And I was always playing contact sports or doing contact stuff. And I just applied that, and I just liked the thinking behind. I always used to fight at school and rugby, but I didn't want to fight to hurt. I wanted to fight to work out what was a fight. I see. And jiu-jitsu drew me to that because I was older, more tired, more injured, more surgeries, more this. And I had these 2 smaller kids who were growing bigger, and I used to practice jiu-jitsu a lot with them and learned how to do it through seeing what the kids did when you put them in certain positions, and then I worked it out and did jiu-jitsu. Mm-hmm. So how did this career change had an impact on the situation at home? I mean, was your wife supportive of that, or no? Yes, she was really, really supportive. The bottom line was we had some savings in the bank, and the savings kept us for 10 years until the jiu-jitsu started to pay. And then I still had a bit of money left, but I had no mortgage and the house was paid off, so it was okay after that. Did your children play any sports prior to picking up on? Yeah, Tom played rugby, football. Didn't like either of them. He liked the contact sports. My other son played football and cricket. Played football as a goalkeeper and cricket as a stumper, back of the wickets. Interesting. You had 2 boys who were kind of a similar age, both in like a prepubescent age, and then they were growing. I'm guessing that they had certain squabbles within the household. So how did you solve them? No, never. They used to go in the garage and do jiu-jitsu. They never used to fight because a fight wasn't a big thing really in our house. It was something that they did every day. So they never treated it with bad intentions. It was always just something. You see Tom now, Tom doesn't get irritated. It's just a contest. It doesn't bother him. He'll fight anybody.
So if they had something to sort out, they would just go into the garage and...
There was never a problem. They just grew up really nice kids who used to enjoy fighting with each other.
Amazing. You said that your children started growing and you kind of pointed. Tom had a big growth spur at a certain point.
Yeah, Tom was about same size as me, 5'8". Tom was 173. Tom was this big at 15. And then from 16 to 18, he went to 196. And he had some pains with it. You know, his back was problem, his legs were problem, but he's grown into his body now. So, and my other son the same, 196. So me and my wife are both. She's 170. I'm 173. Her dad was 194. So he was a tall guy.
So that's where the genetics come from. Yeah.
I think so.
Okay, and is your other son still in the sport or no?
Yeah, he teaches jiu-jitsu. Yeah, he does that. He's lazy. Lazier than Tom is. And Tom had ambition to do this and Joe didn't. Joe just didn't know what he wanted to do, so stayed with his foot in the door a little bit.
So what happened at a certain point in time where you wanted to kind of hang out with your sons ended up in basically if you want to fight somebody in this world, you have 8 billion people and the last guy you want to fight is your son.
No, even the best guy don't want to fight my son at the minute.
That's a pretty scary proposition when you think about it.
Yeah, I don't think about it. It's just sport.
And I can also see that Tom isn't like phased at all when he walks into the octagon or anything. She's just completely like
I think it's been
stress,
many hours in cars and gyms, and it's just a contest. It's not going to be any different. You know, the sparring today with Ante Martin is tough. It's not going to be that much tougher in a fight. It's just an occasion that's bigger. The actual doing the fighting is the same.
He told me something which I found was very interesting when he was younger, that you kind of trained reflexes on them, and there was this phrase used to whip into submission, but of course there were no hitting being done like
not literally a whip. It was one of those polystyrene things. Before the things came out, we used to have.
Yeah.
So a lot of that.
So they needed to kind of defend themselves from you, kind of.
Not to fight, to just make them aware of if they were doing any sport. So, you know, so it was all about stabilising the bosses and climbing and ropes and hanging and pull-ups and that was just one of the things I did, make them aware that if somebody's going to punch you. So with tennis balls and things, somebody doing one thing and another guy doing this at the same time. It's all two things at once is the way to get better.
He told me that if he had a cam on him, as you were doing all that stuff that kind of improves your reflexes, that people would be amazed, and that you still do.
All the time, still do. It's very important. People maybe not do it, but for me it's important. The way you stand and the way you balance is very important. It's not just about fighting, it's about being a good athlete to be able to get there and being a good martial artist.
What would you say was the kind of the craziest thing you ever done when it comes to like that sort of out of the box training?
It's usually me and my other son when they were small, just doing two different things at the same time. You know, it's like that type of thing. You've got to coordinate and you've got to think and get your balance, and like there's loads of different things, stupid things, but maybe worthwhile. Who knows? You never prove it, but it's one of those things.
I watched your technical training here kind of yesterday, where you kind of brushed up on different techniques with the guys here as well, and with your son. It was very impressive because it seems that you kind of have a way out of every situation, or that you kind of play out every single scenario before it even happens. And Tom kind of knows how to get out of every situation that he finds himself in. Is that just like years of practice, or where do you kind of find the inspiration to do that?
Kind of, I don't know if it's the analysis of a fight. Like going to work every day, if you do the same thing every day, it gets boring. been to many gyms where they just fight hard, and you get to fight hard, but do you get to fight properly?
Mm-hmm.
And you've got to, you know, repetition, doing the same things is good, but if you're doing them wrong, is bad, because your memory and your system doesn't work right. So it's trying to do the right things right all the time and do everything as efficiently as you can do it. So we do that a lot, you know, in a week. We do go hard once, maybe, sometimes twice, but the rest of the time is you're fighting, but you're not fighting hard. You're fighting sensibly and understanding how to fight.
And that basically led to him training for like millions of hours and then fighting for only like 10 minutes.
Can't prove that either, but it'd be nice to think that it was that, you know.
But you can definitely tell that he kind of believes every word you say, and he seems like he's like RC controlled. I mean, from the corner. So
yeah, maybe. But we talk. You know, he's a real good martial artist. He's been doing it for 20 odd years now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I make up loads of stuff that might be relevant or might not be, but he'll tell me whether it's relevant to his game when we're doing it. He'll say, I would never do this, so we'd skip it and do something else. And then the guys who come, if they like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. But we try and help everybody that comes, you know, a little bit.
Yeah.
To get better.
We also never kind of got to see him in like deep waters in like round 5 of a fight. Like how many rounds does Tom have in him?
You can ask the sparring partners who come. He's got 5-5 easily in him, but he's not had to prove it yet. And every fight we go in, Tom says, right, I'll go out there and I'll skip around and I'll suss it out. And in round 3, hopefully, but it doesn't get to round 3. So he's got 5-5s. In training he has, in a fight. Who knows? We'll see, hopefully.
Yeah, the guys told me that he did 12.
Yeah, he can do 12, no problem. Not full pace, not every round is full pace, but, you know, you can fight for a long time.
That's pretty mad for big guys.
Yeah.
But like from your angle, is it kind of hard to show a move like on a person who is enormous? Is it kind of sometimes hard to kind of scale up what you want to explain to them in a...
No, because it's very easy because he's the body that I've used the most. So I find it quite easy because I can feel how his body's going to move. So no is the answer. It's been easy.
So
it's not for everybody. Depends what. Some guys are not as flexible as Tom is. Some are not as tall. Some are not as long. But you know, most people should be able. You know, if they're training well, they should be able to do the moves. They're not difficult.
So for the last couple of weeks, you had some very tiny Croatian fighters in your gym and practicing with Tom.
Yeah.
How is that going out for you?
Now, Ante's been, this is 4th or 5th time now. We need him. You know, he's really good for Tom. They both train really well together and they both get... Ante keeps coming because he's a good martial artist. If he's not getting better, he wouldn't come. And we like to have him here. He's great support. Martin, great as well. You know.
Yeah.
We want the right guys to train with. They're not crazy guys. They're not trying to prove a point. We all know why we're doing this. We're all friends. We enjoy it. Got to keep doing it.
And do you see kind of progress in them, and like where do you maybe like see them in the future?
I don't always watch everybody because you can't. You know, when there's 20 people sparring, you can't watch everybody spar. But when you ask them, or when there's today 4 people in the gym, I can see everything. And I can say, try this, try this, try this. And they're good enough to know whether it'll work for them. If it won't work, they'll say, no, I won't. If it will work, you know, the basics are really, really good on all the guys who are here. But just the little bits, that's the bit I like doing.
So when it comes to other guys in your gym, who else would you say is like the pride of your team?
I like everybody who comes, otherwise I wouldn't let them come. I'd just say, no, it's not for you. And then if they're good guys who I like, Ante's from your side of the world, I'll ask Ante, does he like this guy? If he doesn't like him, he's not coming.
So everything is like word of mouth recommendation?
Yeah, it's friends. They've got to be friends. If they're not friends and not nice guys, don't want to work with them.
That's a pretty good filtering tactic, you know.
Yeah. Well, I'm old. You know, a lot of people always want something. These guys don't want anything. They want to come and train and help. We help them if we can help them. The relationships will last for a long time. I don't want to do it just to bring one guy in to spar. I want one guy to be part of the team.
So some of the guys that are here, I would say in the last week, so I saw fighters that have kind of UFC contracts, fighters with PFL contracts, fighters with KSW contracts, fighters with FNC contracts. I mean...
They're all good guys. We can't... In the last 3 years, people come and they say, I want to spar, and then you put them with somebody, and then you get accused of beating them up. So if they're not good enough, and these guys are all really, really good guys. They know what they're going to do. They're full-time athletes, most of them. They know what they can take from it. They know who's good, who they want to spar with. They can pick their own sparring partners. They can use Tom. They can use other people. You know, I want everybody to get something out of this. You know, when they turn up, I want them to all go away thinking that they've got something from it.
That's a very that's something that you know, BJJ master would say. I heard that some of the guys have a nickname for you, and they call you Master Splinter.
I didn't know what that meant when they called me Splinter. Some guy in the television series, Turtles.
Yeah. Their sensei.
I've done this a long time. I do this for 25 years every day, all day, every day. I watch fights. That's my hobby. I like dissecting fights. I like working out techniques. I like people. That's why I want the nice people here. I just want everybody to enjoy it and everybody to get better and everybody to make some money out of it. You know, it's a hard game.
When I walked into the gym and I saw you next to your son, and you reminded me of another animated character called Zeno Zoldyck from Hunter x Hunter, like the biggest, one of the biggest anime series. Yeah. I told this to Ante, and I said that character walks with his hand behind his back and he can kind of kill you with an eyelash. And Ante said, well, yeah, that guy. And then he just turned away and left. So I thought that was very funny. How do you stay in shape? I mean, how old are you now? Like, how do you stay in shape?
61. I just do this every day. I don't do a lot every day, but maybe 3 hours exercise, showing techniques. The smaller guys who we've got a few of, I grapple with those, you know, most days. Try and keep myself in fit.
Thank you, sir, and all the best of luck in the future upcoming fights.
Thank you very much.